Hi everyone, it's me, Chanell J. Wilson. I just wanted to come on for a little bit here and just kind of briefly share some thoughts about the CJ So Cool situation. I am really just a little disheartened by everything that's happened. Keeping them definitely lifted. My family and I have all kind of had our moments of talking about it and all have our little thoughts and theories of if they're going to get back together or not. I wanted to talk about, not from a gossipy place, not from a judgment place, but just from an observation place. Black families and families in general. It's not just black families. I see it in my generation and even the generation after, and sometimes I even see it in the generation above me too. I'm filming on my phone, so I'm trying to get used to looking at the camera. So sorry if I start looking this way. So what I'm processing, and that's really what it is, because when we see these things, we're processing so many different things, and we're formulating things through our own triggers and our own experiences. As I watched, Royalty make the decision that she was going to pack her family up and leave, I kept thinking about the kids. And I was looking at their house and their environment, not so much the materialistic parts of the house, just so much uprooting the kids and taking them to, wherever she's going to move them to. And then watching, and her expressing, what she's going through. It was just like, we're watching this, not from a voyeuristic kind of place, but more so just like, oh no, I trying to gain an understanding of, what's really going on. And I know she's been holding him down for years, and there are rumors that he's done other things, allegedly done other things, but that's between them. That's their business. But I want to focus just more so on the state of our family and the state on, what's the bigger picture? What are we fighting for in our families? Are we fighting for a support system? Are we fighting for love? Are we fighting for business? Are we fighting for clout? I watched some of CJ's newer videos where, first he was kind of, just in the zone of processing the breakup, processing, they were gone. And then when he started seeing the empty rooms, it hit him like, wait a minute, and he started crying. My sister shared a couple of things about his background from what she knows, because she follows him a lot more than I do. I do check in every now and then, because I like watching YouTubers sometimes. My son really likes it. So between myself, my son, my sisters, we'll all kind of, I'm holding my phone too, so sorry, I got to get a setup in here at some point, but this will do. And then of course the light. Can you pick up please? Okay. So just what I'm observing overall is, we all as a people have to take some time, just take a mental health moment and say to ourselves, what are we fighting for? What do we want our families to look like? Do we want to see elements of longevity? Do we want to create a place and space of support? What's our deal breakers? Because, when children are involved, it's a part of their well-being. It's a part of they're growing up, and what happens in their childhood kind of begins to set a tone for adulthood and what kind of adults that they are. And so I've been thinking about that family a lot, and not just that family. There's other YouTubers who we've watched for almost over a decade in some cases. We watch these families be built, and now we're kind of watching the breakup. Like when you think of who am I thinking of? Was it Nick and Jamie, or Jamie and Nikki? That family broke up, and when it happened, I was like, oh my god, because every now and then you peek in on stuff. Then like Latoya Forever and what's the other guy's name, and Adam, that's really painful to watch. We watch them get together. And there's other YouTube couples who've just kind of, called it quits. And we're kind of, even though it's their personal lives, it triggers all of us because we've all invested and we're watching the separation of families. So it just makes me think about our society. I get it. There's times where you just have to walk away from a relationship. It's not working out. I get that. All the way. I've had to do that. But then there are times where is it meant to do that? Can it be worked out? Can you go to therapy? Can it be worked out? I am a product of a divorced family, and I'm 40. I've never been married. I have been engaged. I had to make a decision when I got pregnant with my child. Do I want to stay in this? Or do I and put my child through some things that he should not go through? Or leave? And it got to the point of no return where I had to leave. I saw a post earlier today where it talked about the importance of safe parenting, responsible parenting, and parenting from a place of maturity and always making sure your child is safe versus, oops, so we made some kids, but we still are dealing with our own maturity and levels of immaturity. And as a result, we're putting our children in situations that they don't need to be in. Once again, what I'm saying is no judgment to CJ So Cool and Royalty for that matter. I don't know the details of everything that's happened with their relationship. I'm only looking at the observation of what I saw when that family was leaving that house. And only God knows, if it was the right decision or, maybe something they'll work out later and if it impacts the family or not. I hope both parties work it out. And when I say work it out, I'm not just saying get back together. I'm saying work it out. If it's okay, if they can heal, work it out and bring the family back. If this is time to part, then if they can work it out where they can work together for the sake of the kids. I hope that makes sense. And that's kind of genuinely what you want to see. Co-parenting is real and it can be very good. I do believe in family and balance, and it's ideal. But at the same time, if you can't work something out, then co-parenting is definitely the next route. So overall, what I'm getting at is just, I'm processing society, and I'm sure others are as well. When I saw some of the comments, people were saying like, oh my God, it's so triggering. It's reminding me of my upbringing, or it's reminding me of what I went through, or I hope y'all work it out. You guys got kids, when certain statements would be made. And some of the statements were kind of like, for real, like that's what you're going to do, Once again, no judgment. It's more of a processing kind of thing. When I think of humanity, and I think about what we get wrong and what we get right for the benefit of the next generation to come, I think about these kind of things. Oh God, I got to get my gimbal back and my setup, because holding this phone is something else. I really think about the parenting, not their parenting, just me as a parent, since I've become a parent. I think about my child. I think about, am I getting this right? Am I giving too much? Am I not giving enough? Am I raising an emotionally intelligent child? Am I raising a free thinking, open-minded person? My childhood wasn't the best, and it wasn't the worst. It was what I needed to be the woman I am today. Yes, there are things that I would love to change about it. My lighting. There we go. But there's something I can do, because I realize, had it not happened, I wouldn't be the woman I am. And looking at the woman that I am today, I'm happy with who I see in the mirror at 40. Even though a lot of those scars and pains do hurt, and sometimes they still hurt when I think about them, because some stuff was really messed up and was done from a selfish, insecure place. But it always goes back to, it may be someone's fault that some things happen, but it's my responsibility to make sure I learn and overcome from the stuff that hurt me, or that endangered me, or that put me in a place where I had to go to therapy and relearn. Now, I'm a woman, and I'm open to going to therapy. Some people aren't, and they'll try to live out those pains. And so, I send prayers up to that family, definitely, but then I also want us as a society to really think about the kids we're creating. And if we already have kids, think about what we're instilling in those kids. And if we're in relationships, think about what our overall goals are for those relationships. And also, think about those deal breakers, I'm not saying being cheated on several times is something where you want to hold on to and, go back to. I'm not saying that. But I thought about so much just seeing that. So leave your comments if you are invested in that story, as far as, you've watched the family or even other YouTubers or your own, when I say feelings, when someone breaks up, it could be a family friend, It's like seeing a death. It's like there's grief. It's a grief involved. So we're all experiencing some kind of grief, those who are invested. So share your thoughts. And I'm keeping that family lifted. I hope things work out. I'm Chanell. I'll be back for more.